Cool and effortless style is achieved when you figure out what truly works for you in real life and what brings out the best in you at the same time. In this series, I will help you take the first steps in order to build and maintain your very own cool individual wardrobe that you want to keep forever. Hey guys, and welcome back to the fourth episode of my series, The Effortless Style. A lot of you have been requesting me to do a video about how to dress for different work environments, so that's what today's video is all about. I'll be focusing on the more formal work environment versus the casual one, so hopefully you'll be able to place yourself somewhere and hopefully you'll get lots of inspiration on how to dress well for work. So let's start with the formal work environment, which I think is a category many of you guys can put yourself in. So I've taken elements from my own all year basics and put them together in sort of a formal workwear capsule. Now, this is just a guideline on how I would approach this if, let's say, I got a new job where I had to dress more formal. So the way I would approach this is by dividing my wardrobe into three main sections. So the first section would be my all year basics, just everything that I have defined as my all year basics. Then the second section would be my workwear clothes. So that would be the items that I pick out that specifically fits well with my work environment, which in this case is the formal work environment. And the reason for doing that is because then it's easy for you to create some looks in the morning before going off to work, so that you know everything you have in that little capsule fits the environment that you're working in. And then lastly, the third section of my wardrobe would be the seasonals, which are more colorful typically, or they fit the season and the temperature much better than many of my all year basics. Then of course I would still have a little mini capsule for all my occasional wear, and I would still have all my basic tank tops, my accessories, socks and undies, and other things that don't go into that capsule wardrobe category. Making a mini capsule for workwear, just as I have done for my occasional wear, for example, will ensure that you have some outfits that you can always count on. You don't really have to think a lot about it when you're styling your looks in the morning. It will also make it super easy for you to part your more casual, off-duty weekend items from your more formal workwear items. So that was just a more practical way of structuring your wardrobe and how I would approach it if I was working in a more formal work environment. Speaking of the style of the outfits I would create, I would probably go for a style that is more feminine, classic and simple. So I would always wear very well-cut items like a great blazer, a pair of great tailored trousers, a white shirt, a pair of classic pumps. And speaking of shoes, if I were to wear heels at my job, I would definitely go for a heel height between 5 to 6 centimeters. Nothing above that, because that would just be pure pain to me. And comfort always comes first to me, especially in a working situation, because if you're very uncomfortable, that's just gonna steal your attention and you're not gonna be very productive. So comfort always comes first for me. So even though that I'm wearing something pretty formal and very well dressed, I'd still make sure that everything I wear is comfortable, that nothing feels scratchy against my skin or nothing feels too tight or anything like that. And like I said before, you can obviously always add more colors, especially if you have a more seasonal part of your wardrobe like I do myself, where I keep all the colored items. So if you think this is too basic, too black and white, don't be afraid to add a pop of color or add some items that are a bit more fun than the more classic and very simple ones that I've chosen to have in my formal workwear capsule. Also, I wouldn't be afraid of playing around with different lipsticks and nail polishes for an everyday workwear look like this. I just think it suits this very classic and very put together style very well. Now, this is partly the work environment I find myself in. Most of you guys know that I work part-time as a social media assistant for a Danish women's wear brand. So the work environment at the office is pretty creative and it's pretty casual at the same time. So I wear pretty much anything I have for my wardrobe, and you guys already know that I've divided my wardrobe in my all year basics, and then I have my seasonals. And then below that comes the occasional wear wardrobe, and then all my other basic stuff that don't count in that overall capsule wardrobe. But like I said, I pretty much wear anything from my everyday wear capsule, and therefore there's not really a huge difference between what I wear at work and what I wear when I'm off duty and during the weekends. And again, comfort always comes first. So if I know that I'm gonna have a day tomorrow, for example, where I'm gonna be running around the house, taking a lot of pictures to put up on our social media, I'm gonna wear a pair of sneakers and some kind of top that's not too warm, because I know I'm gonna be sweating a lot. So I always plan my outfit from what I know I'll be doing on that particular day. Also, sometimes if I'm at the office on Fridays, I like to kind of spice up my looks a little bit, put on a heeled boot or put on a lipstick or something that's a little bit more fun, because it's Friday, it's soon weekend, why not celebrate it by adding a fun twist to your look? So as you can tell, that's kind of a very casual and very what I'm in the mood for kind of way of dressing for the more casual and creative work environment. So when I'm not working as a social media assistant at the office, I work for myself as a blogger, influencer, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, creating awesome content for you guys about sustainable fashion and lifestyle. So even though I'm working from home on these days, and it can be very tempting to just sit around in my pajamas while I'm writing those blog posts and editing those videos, I do my best to get up and get dressed even though I'm not really going anywhere. I don't necessarily put on a lot of makeup, and my hair is usually just up in a bun. But in order for me to be productive, it's just very important that I don't sit around feeling like a zombie in my pajamas all day. And like I said, in the other areas, comfort is just so important, if not even more in this area. So I usually wear a pair of casual and comfy jeans and a jumper or a t-shirt. And then it's pretty easy for me to just put on a jacket and a pair of sunglasses, a pair of sneakers if I have to run some errands down in the city. So I think my best tip in this area, if you're working from home in some way, is to get up, get out of bed, get changed, splash some water in your face, eat your breakfast, get your coffee, brush your teeth, and sort of get ready as you would if you were heading to the office, just because it will make you much more productive and you'll be much more, okay, I'm ready to take on the day. So that was just some tips on how to structure your wardrobe and to make it easy on yourself to pick out some outfits that fit the work environment that you find yourself in. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you found it useful. As always, don't hesitate to write more tips in the comments down below. I'd love to read all of them. So I wish you guys a wonderful day, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye guys.